What is up, guys? Welcome to another video here. We do have today the analysis of the LAFC versus LA Galaxy game that we witnessed in the MLS is Back tournament. Holy shit, right? I mean, the game had a total of 8 goals. Unfortunately for the Galaxy, most of them from LAFC. So LAFC defeated the Galaxy 6-2. It was a hell of a game. You know, honestly expected this El Traffico to be a little bit on the soft side since we didn't have Vela, no Jonathan Dos Santos, and the Galaxy announced just a few hours before the game that Chicharito was actually going to be out for this one as well due to injury. So I expected El Traffico with intensity and everything, but I didn't think it was going to be this many goals because of the fact of all the people that were not going to be able to be participating. But boy, was I wrong. There's 8 goals total in this game, actually the most it has, that's ever been in any El Traffico. The game started off with an own goal from Latif Blessing, unfortunately, in the 5th minute. The Galaxy were pushing pretty strongly. They're definitely pushing forward, committing numbers forward, and because of that, they were able to force an error from the LAFC defense, and Latif unfortunately scored his own goal. At that point, the Galaxy were leading 1-0. I started kind of think, okay, well, here we go again, right? LAFC down to begin the game, just like they were with Houston. But as we know, LAFC just always tend to find a way to climb out of their hole they dig themselves into. We fast forward to minute 13. We get a penalty for Rossi. The penalty was a foul on BWP, but Rossi steps up to take it, buries it, no problem. If we move a little bit forward after that, we do have the minute 31st. We have Pavon also getting awarded a penalty, and he takes it. He takes it the first time. Cisniega blocks it. Boom. Cisniega's all celebrating. Whoo, yeah, fuck yeah, And then turns out what? No, it has to be retaken. So apparently Cisniega was off his line. I think that rule was also a little bit of a bullshit, just because the goalies already are at a disadvantage. I mean, the guy that's taking the penalty is only a couple yards from the goal. So if the goalie's a little bit over his line, whatever, Nonetheless, they repeated it. Pavon actually buried it this time. He went the same way though, and Cisniega did guess right again, but he just wasn't able to make it. So at that point, we were 2-1. The Galaxy again retaking the lead. At that point, I was kind of saying, okay, all right, Houston all over again, right? But I still had confidence that LAC were going to be able to somehow, get out of that hole as well. Right before the second half ends, we see a blunder from the Galaxy's defense where the defender fails to clear a block from Bingham after BWP tries to score with a shot. And it bounces right back to Rossi. He's like, woo, and Rossi's like, hey, I'll take it. And boom, buries it. 2-2 at that point. We do see Rossi tying up the game, 2-2. We move on to the second half. It starts off a little bit, sluggish, a little slow again. But LAFC starts to pick up the pace a little bit. At that point, we see BWP in the minute 56 score another goal for LAFC. This time, I thought BWP was gonna screw that one up because he got a pretty good pass, but then he took a little bit too long to be able to decide what he was gonna do with the ball. But then, nonetheless, BWP just showed his skills and just the cracker of a guy that he is. He just shoots it, scores it. I mean, the guy is just a firecracker. He's just super talented, and this proves it. I mean, 2 games, 2 goals for LAFC, and I was super excited when I heard that he was going to get signed with LAFC. So then to see him actually perform and be able to score is definitely amazing, and I'm super glad for that. Hopefully it continues. So after that, we move on to minute 75th. We see another goal from Rossi. This time he completes the hat trick from a pass from Rodriguez, and Rossi scores the first hat trick in the LAFC Traffico for him. And at that point, you're thinking, okay, LA Galaxy are done. It's 4-2. LAFC have completed a comeback twice, and LA Galaxy are just nowhere to be found. The defense is just falling apart. Their team has no chemistry. Their team has no vision. There's no clear plan of how they're gonna get out of this one. You see Chicharito on the bench is all pissed off and shit, and then you see Bob Bradley, happy. Bob Bradley does never seems too happy or too sad. And then the Galaxy's coach is just obviously feeling the pressure at that point. He knows that his team's probably not going to be able to come out of this one. And if anything, I mean, at that point it's only minute 75. I mean, another goal could definitely happen, and it definitely did. If we fast forward to the 80th minute, we see just a banger from Almenier. I mean, this guy's a defender, but he has come off the bench multiple times where he just comes off the bench and just creates something magical. And this was no exception. I mean, that was a knuckleball. That ball was not spinning at all. It was just, not that it was gonna go out too far out. I think Bingham did as well, because he didn't even try to dive for it or anything. And goes right in. I mean, those balls, I used to play a little bit of goalie when I was growing up, and when they shoot those kind of balls where they have no spin, I mean, that ball is like some Houdini shit. Like, it just comes, it's coming right at you, and all of a sudden it goes like, whoop. And that's just what they do, and they're almost impossible to stop. I don't think even if the Galaxy had a better goalie, I don't think he would have stopped it. And by the way, I think Bingham is a decent goalie. I think if it wasn't for Bingham, the Galaxy would actually be worse off. I was reading some comments from the Galaxy fans after the game, and they blamed the defense, which I give them that one. The defense is shit. But they also blame Bingham a lot, and I think that Bingham is actually doing alright. I mean, it's LAFC. LAFC is going to score on you if you make a mistake, especially if the defense is not helping out. So I think the fact that they're blaming Bingham is just unfair. I think Bingham deserves more credit. He did stop some pretty decent shots from LAFC before that goal, and if it wasn't for that, this game could have easily would have been 9-2, 8-2, something crazy. Anyways, we fast forward to the last minute of the game, 90th minute. Rossi scores another one. He scores 4 in the game. And we do see a 6th goal for LAFC, completing the massacre of the Galaxy. So 6-2 final score, LAFC takes it. I mean, I think we all expected the LAFC to be able to pull off a win on this one. I don't think anybody expected them to defeat the Galaxy this bad. I honestly, my prediction was like 3-1, something like that, but this was just a whole nother level. So 2 things we learned from this game, I think. One, LA Galaxy's defense is just shit, and they need to do something quick to be able to come out of that hole that they're in. Actually, 3 things. The second thing, LA Galaxy is pretty much eliminated at this point. They have lost both of their 2 games they played, and next they got Houston, which Houston, again, they're a decent team. I mean, if the Galaxy don't get their shit together, they're gonna maybe even lose to Houston. Hopefully they get it together by then, but you never know. And then the third thing we learned is that LAFC could actually defeat, and not even defeat, but destroy teams without Carlos Vela. I mean, a lot of people were saying that, oh, LAFC are not going to be able to be the LAFC they were last year because Vela's not there, and without Vela, LAFC is not the same. Well, there you have it. Sure, LA Galaxy are a bad team right now, but 6-2, 6-2. I mean, the Galaxy only lost 2-1 to Portland, and Portland's a pretty good team. So if LAFC were able to pull off a 6-2 victory against the Galaxy that was maybe even a little bit more motivated than the Portland game because they're playing, the derby, it just proves that LAFC are just a super intense team that would destroy any team that creates error for them or gives them a little bit of space for them to be able to play. So I think it proves people wrong when they say that without Vela, LAFC is just not a good team. I mean, I think people think they're a good team. I think, but we don't. LAFC does not rely on Vela as much as people think. Vela did score a lot of goals last season, no doubt. But without the team being as good as it is, with all the players that it has and all the talent that it has, I don't think Vela would be able to score that many goals. So I feel like LAFC definitely have a great chance of winning this tournament. As we can see, even if, let's say for some reason they lose against Portland, obviously they're probably going to advance because of the goal differential, which is another thing. I'm glad they continue to score goals and goals and goals, because in this tournament it's super important for them to score a lot of goals for the goal differential to be able to help them in case they do get 3rd place. you know, because I think it's like the third place move on or something like that. So the fact that they scored all these goals today, now they're at +4 goal differential, which is going to help them just in case they need it, just in case they end up, you know, in third place for whatever reason, which I don't think that's going to happen. But if it does, I think that's going to help them. So yeah, guys, that's my thoughts about the Galaxy game and the LAFC game. Like I said, I thought it was going to be an intense game. I didn't think there's going to be as many goals as there were, but apparently, as we see, Traffico never disappoints. We saw 8 goals total in this game. And I just hope LAFC continue to play very well like they did, continue to show us amazing football. And for the Galaxy, honestly, I hope they get it together. I hope they get this shit together. I hope they fix their defense. I hope they get a good signing for the defense. I mean, if they want to blame the goalie and switch the goalie, then, you know, so be it. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens, right? Alright guys, so that completes my analysis of the LAFC LA Galaxy game from the MLS is Back tournament. It was a hell of a game. I had a great time watching it. I hope both teams continue to improve, especially the Galaxy, and I hope we continue to see some great games in the future Tropicals. I'm pretty sure they won't disappoint. And I'm still excited to see that one Traffico with Vela included and Chicharito and see how that plays out. But till then, we gotta wait, and hopefully the next game between them will be just as electric, just as exciting, and hopefully there's just as many goals, but maybe a little bit more even. But till next time, guys, I'll check you guys on the next video. Peace out.